Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Ritt. I'm an artist and tarot reader, and this is today's collective reading. Okay, so the first message that I'm getting, and this is another big broad message, is that we have options. And it may be hard to listen in, and I know this is something I always stress, the value of our own intuitive guidance. Because yeah, also that we're working through a lot of emotion. That is also yeah, we've come through a lot. That's another that I'm getting. They're just flying out. Yeah, we've come through a lot, and once again, we're ready for something new, but there's also a feeling of overwhelm and which way to go. So getting that with Seven of Cups. This is a very funny looking card. There are all of these different things going on. There is a feeling of confusion, options, you know, it can really go either way. Literally a lot going on. Sometimes there's that theme of illusion. And yeah, so I'm just getting that options. We have options, but sometimes having options can feel like an intimidating thing instead of a nice thing, simply because we don't trust our intuitive knowing the way that we could and the way that we could learn to. And I'm seeing that here with High Priestess. This is a deeply intuitive and psychic energy, similar to Queen of Cups. There's a watery component to both of these because cups are water. And High Priestess is a Cancerian energy, I believe, which is also a water sign. So there's that. High Priestess is reversed here. And actually the word that's coming to me is blocked. So it's as if we've just maybe temporarily blocked ourselves or convinced ourselves that we don't know what's going on and don't know which way to turn. Even as there are an infinite number of ways to tap into our knowing. It usually involves taking a little bit of quiet time for ourselves. I'm thinking of a really wonderful energy person, Lee Harris, who's spoken about that very recently, the value of taking even just a few minutes for ourselves and really listening in, whether it be meditation, whether it be just a conscious intention of not doing anything for 5 minutes. But this energy is more available to us than we know. And there's a bit of a fear that I'm getting here and an anxiety, you know, and again, that sense that these options are either too much or just, there's an intimidation that comes with them because we aren't trusting what we know on deeper levels. We aren't trusting our ability to access that deeper knowing. That's a better way to put it. So I'm getting that. And also, this energy, more water. Actually, this whole reading is almost entirely water. So our emotions are at the forefront of things. And also with that, there is a greater, I do feel like there's a greater possibility of us accessing that intuitive knowing because water so naturally speaks to that. So that there's all of this water coming up here, I feel like that's no accident, right? So with Five of Cups, there is this theme of mourning, loss, you know. This person is paying attention to what they've lost. they aren't recognizing what's still there in these two cups behind them. So 2 is also balance, so there's that theme of getting our balance back. But here it's reversed, and what I'm getting primarily is just that we're moving through a lot of emotions, and that's a lot. It doesn't even have to be simply loss or mourning here. It just feels like we're moving through a lot, we're maybe transitioning out of a lot. And it's next to the Chariot, which is another Cancerian kind of energy. Again, so water. And here, there is this feeling of personal mastery with the Chariot. So it's, yeah, what it feels like is that we're at a really interesting in-between, right? So we're coming through a lot. We're still kind of, well, on top of things, and maybe more than we know. So this may be specific situations also that we've come through, that we've kind of had our own personal victories around, you know? So there's that. So there's a lot of emotion, and also, and maybe this is the part that we need to remind ourselves of. We've made the right decisions for ourselves before, and we can do it again, you know? So we have that ability to listen in. We just need to remind ourselves. And yeah, also, there is a message here with Knight of Cups. Again, more water, that we're ready to, or we're approaching readiness for moving in new directions. And here we have a little bit of fire. So with Page of Rods, Page is a younger energy, and he is kind of a signifier of new direction. And so yeah, the way this feels to me is there is this message that it's time to, or not even that it's time to, so much as that we are, again, approaching readiness for moving in new directions. So yeah, so to recap, and maybe this is an ongoing thing, we've got options, and it's going to be really important that we have a little bit of faith in our ability to listen in and choose what's right for us, because everything we've come through, and even as we're still processing it, you know, the heaviness of whatever emotional situations we've come through, we've had our own personal victories around those situations. And now it's time to choose again. Now it's time to intuit the right way forward once again. And again, we have the ability to do that. So yeah, this is an interesting message in that, and I know I always say that, but it's both twisty-turny, and also it feels like it can indeed be pretty easily summed up. So yeah, once again, we have options, and maybe more than we know right now, we have the ability to choose and intuit what's right for us on that deeper level. We just have to let ourselves know. We have to let ourselves in on the fact that we are actually good at this. Because whatever we've come through, whatever difficult situations we've just come through, we did the same thing there. We chose for ourselves, we found a way to triumph, and now it's time for something new. And that new direction involves us choosing once again from our wiser place. And each and every one of us has that wiser place. It's just a matter of tuning into that and allowing some quiet, allowing some grounding, you know, allowing ourselves to relax into it, or even just get into a place of trusting. So yeah, I hope that you all have a satisfying day going forward. I hope that you find the confidence in what you've already been doing. Find that confidence in your inner knowing and choose wisely. Recognize that you have the power to choose wisely. I hope that this reading has been helpful for those of you listening in. If you liked this reading, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing, or go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're ready. And for those of you interested in supporting me and supporting this channel, monetarily speaking, please check out my Patreon. The link is down below. I would love to have you on board. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.